Hi guys, Kay here from Y'all Hearing This with a super quick message for you. We are currently doing a giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, 5 things will be up for grabs. Please see our pinned video on our page for more info. But do you guys want to win things like, the Vogue V covers that just came out? I have all 6. Or, we've got things like the Maxident, Stray Kids, Case File albums. I've got all 8. Or maybe you're a Maynard Monday fan, you want a signed bottle from Maynard's Vineyard. Or even just some merch from our shop on Redbubble. Anyway, all you have to do is hit subscribe. That's it. That's all. It's super easy. We hope you do it. Thank you for all your support as always, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey y'all!
Hello!
What's up? Welcome back
That's right.
to Y'all Hearing This.
Podcast version.
Okay? Okay. She told y'all what it was. And then she didn't tell you. She gonna tell you her name, but I'm gonna tell you mine first.
Yeah.
My name is Honeybee, but you can call me B.
My name is Kay. Thank you guys so much for coming back.
Yeah! So as you know, this week we did a theme that was actually picked out by our Patreon members.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Patreon members.
Thank you guys so much for all your support.
And if you are not a Patreon member, please jump on there. It's so much fun. We get to, you guys get to help us pick our themes, what musical movies we're gonna watch every month, and we have polls and all just
There's
great.
so many other reactions up there too.
Yes.
Doing some K-dramas, some different BTS behind the scenes
Yes.
stuff. Anyway, lots of stuff.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. And can we just talk about your new hair? I'm looking at it on camera. Like, it is. Yes. Yes. Wait. Oh, you got it. This is it. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
And who per se did the hair? I
mean,
don't know. It's this guy I know.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. I think it's Honeybee or.
Oh my God. I think I know.
So yes, if you're in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, whatever. Anyway.
Any part of the world, come on over.
I mean, jeez, it's amazing.
Honeybee does hair.
And he does
on Instagram. Just saying. Yeah. And while you're over there, why don't y'all go ahead and follow Y'all Hearing This? Okay?
Right.
And why don't you follow, is it
Y'all Hearing K?
K. Yes, Y'all Hearing K, because I almost said Y'all Hearing, Y'all Hearing This K.
Yeah.
Y'all Hearing K, Y'all Hearing This, all of that. You see all this over here?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
No. So, for this week's theme, we did covers. And I felt like, and we talked about this, I felt like it was really hard for me to figure out.
Yeah, which one to do.
Which one to do, because I'm like, there's so many.
There really are. And I changed my mind so many times.
Listen.
It literally was, we're filming this on the Sunday, and I picked it on Friday.
Yes. Like, I think I picked mine. It was last week, and I was going back and forth, and I kept coming back to the song that I chose, which you guys could definitely check out in our reaction videos. But I ended up choosing a song by somebody who I love. And if you guys know me, you know that I love people with those deep voices. I love everybody's voices, but I really connect to people that have like those deep voices that they can sing in their upper registers and go crazy, but they are super comfortable in their lower registers and just have this tone that is it reminds me of just silk, like butter, like brown in butter where it's not burnt. It's brown.
That's right. That's right.
It's like brown sugar.
Gives you that little nutty flavor, but it's not. Yeah.
Like, it's just not regular sugar. It's brown sugar.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about caramel.
The molasses.
Oh, come on! Stick it. Okay? So, I chose a singer whose father kind of started the way for just so many soul singers, and his name is Donny Hathaway. And Donny Hathaway is one of the greatest soul singers alive. He's absolutely incredible.
And we listened to a song he featured on, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And he also previously, yes. And he's also really known for, which she actually just came out with, which I think people have been waiting forever for her to do, and I think she just didn't do it because it's her father's song and to live in his legacy. But Donny Hathaway is known for a song called "A Song for You."
Okay.
And which was absolutely incredible. He also is really known for his live album that was filmed, I believe, in 74, 73, 74. I know it was the 70s. And that album itself is considered one of the greatest albums of all time. And it was a live album. But what came out of all of his career was just all this great music, but also he came out with one of the greatest Christmas songs ever created. And his song is called "This Christmas." So it's like, it's like, hang on the mistletoe.
This Christmas. Yeah. Oh, I love that song.
A very special Christmas for me.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song. That's on my playlist.
That is, but
so funny. I knew the name more than how I knew the name. Anyway.
Right. And it's like, I love that side note when like you hear something, you're like, I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
That is such an 80s and 90s kid like thing. Wait a minute, I know that.
Yeah.
Say it again. So Lalah Hathaway is his daughter. And so what Lalah decided to do, I'm going to give you guys some info on the album. My choice is that she did Lalah Hathaway's Angel. She did Lalah Hathaway's Angel. She did a cover of Anita Baker's Angel. And I'm going to give you guys a little background on the album that it's on, and then what it said about the song. So Lalah Hathaway's live album, this is the history of it. In 2015, Lalah Hathaway recorded her first live album at the legendary Troubadour nightclub in West Hollywood, where her dad, Donny Hathaway, recorded his 1974 album live.
That's awesome.
So that's why I had mentioned in the reaction video that it was such a big deal, is because it's the same place that her father recorded his album. For Lalah Hathaway Live, she largely revisited hits from her 25-year-long career, like Baby Don't Cry and I'm Coming Back to You and When Your Life Was Low. It also featured new songs like Mirror and This Is Your Life. Through the guests that were there for the recording was Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, Daly, Kenny Lattimore, among many other artists. And Lalah and her band took center stage for the entire night, with jazz musician Robert Glasper being the only guest on the album.
Yes.
And so going back over to her cover of Angel, Lalah Hathaway's Angel is a remake of Anita Baker's 1983 hit. Though the song had been in the repertoire of Lalah's live show for years, it came to the forefront when she was taped to sing the song for Anita Baker at the 2010 Soul Train Music Awards.
Oh, cool.
So,
that's cool that she got to sing it for her.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So when she actually went and sang it on that show, it's because of that performance where I guess, I'm guessing it kind of put it in the idea to like, okay, I should really release this, because she got a standing ovation for that.
That's cool.
And for those who don't know who Anita Baker is a living legend. She does songs like Caught Up in the Rapture. She does Sweet Love. She does Giving You the Best That I Got. Oh God, it goes on and on and on. And so I think it's pretty dope that not only did you cover Anita Baker, but you did it in front of her.
Yeah, I know.
Twice.
That's some,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta know, you
okay.
You gotta know it's
Look.
good. You gotta know it's good.
Okay.
You don't go in front of people and,
You can't just go up in front of somebody and just not know.
Yeah.
Like somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it says, for the recording of Layla's first live album in 2015, Angel was released as one of the first singles from the album. And then going back on over, the album itself won a Grammy for Best R&B Album, and then the single Angel won Best Traditional R&B Performance, and the wins brought Lalah Hathaway's cumulative total Grammy win to 5.
Oh wow!
As well, making it the third year in a row that she was given Best Traditional R&B Performance.
Oh, that's cool.
So this was like a big deal. This song was a big deal. The whole album was a big deal, and I think one of the other main reasons I picked this song was because I actually just went and saw Lalah Hathaway for the first time. And I have been dying to see her live.
Yeah.
And she was so incredible. And she was so with the music. And for me, like, that's what this podcast is about. Like, it's really about connecting to the heart of what we're listening to. Like,
Absolutely.
What makes this type of music tick within me, or what makes it, special for somebody else. And it's just like, I just love the idea of trying to discover that. And you have artists that come out who know that there are people out there who are just trying to like discover that connection to music. And when they find it, it's just like pure bliss. Like, it's just like you just know when you hear something that it connects to you a certain way. And she's one of those artists that create music for that. Like,
and I love to, and this is why I love this so much, and why I love, like, that's why I got into like reaction videos and stuff like that, is that I love to see when someone hears something that you love for the first time.
Yes.
Yes. Hear it, see it, whatever, because I also do it with movies. I'm like, did you like it? Did you like it? Yeah. That's why I'm kind of loving the monthly musical movies. Yes. Something that you haven't seen.
Oh my god, Nightmare.
Yeah.
So good.
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. Oh, it was so good.
So yeah, so I love that, and so that was cool. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know that I'd ever heard Anita Baker's
version of the song.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's one of those, like,
I'm sure that I've heard Anita Baker in my life.
Oh yeah,
I know the name.
Yeah.
But I definitely have never like listened to an album or anything like that. So, but I mean, I love that song.
Yes. And I guarantee Anita Baker's music.
Yeah.
I know for sure you do.
I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
Just maybe not by name.
Not by name. And also, too, Angel was one of those songs where it was a big hit for Anita Baker. It's definitely in her repertoire of what she's known for. But I also feel like on the ranking of her other songs, Angel is kind of like for like the real R&B heads, the real, like, especially during that time period, people were looking at charts and stuff. She was always R&B soul. Like, so I can definitely see that because a lot of people actually, and that's why I love covers. Yeah. Because now
someone you may love does a version of something that you hadn't heard before, but it's so cool.
Almost like, and she did it, 32 years later? Nobody's counting. 32 minutes later in the terms of Mariah Carey. That she did it, and now this whole new generation of R&B and soul lovers now have, our generation would be like, oh, Anita Baker did that originally, whereas this new generation might be like, oh, Lalah Hathaway did, you know what I mean? And it's just continuing that conversation of just great music. And that's what Lalah does. And when I saw her live, she was at the City Winery in Boston. It was absolutely incredible. She killed it. She was so dope because she had come in and her flight was delayed because you all know what's happening with flights and stuff lately. Yeah. And she just killed it. And she performed Angel and the whole crowd lost it.
I can imagine.
So this was definitely I've been itching to pick this song for something, and I'm so glad that you guys actually chose this category and made this possible. So thank you, shout out to y'all. But yeah, that was my pick, Miss Lalah Hathaway's version of Angel, originally done by Anita Baker.
That was so good. It was such a good cover, and it was so good. It was so good. And I can't wait to hear more from both her and
yes, I'm sure we will be picking some more songs from this album because it was so good. So shout out to Anita Baker for being the queen that you are, and shout out to Lalah Hathaway for being the queen that you are. Period. Oh, and if y'all need background singers, what's up?
Right.
Because I'll do a whoo. Yeah. But thank y'all for creating amazing music.
Yeah, for sure. It was awesome.
So tell me about your cover, girl, because I need the details, honey.
So as I said in the reaction video, I changed my mind on. So we're filming this on a Sunday. I picked it on Friday.
Yes.
And the reason why I picked it this Friday was, again, we filmed these ahead of time. This Friday was the release of Jin from BTS, his single, The Astronaut. So, and it meant a lot to me because it's kind of his last song before he goes away into the military. And he actually wrote it with Coldplay, kind of with that in mind, like a way to say goodbye for a couple of years. And I actually got to go see the live performance at the movie theater of Coldplay's concert, which was so good.
I was gonna say, so I've always wanted to go to a concert, like to view it like that.
Yeah.
And so the next time that happens, we should try to set something up, because that's dope.
I know, it was a last minute kind of like thing.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like I've always wanted.
It was really good because you get the nice sound.
That's what it is for me.
And it was so they're touring the same show around and coming in 2023. So if it comes around here, I want to go because it was amazing.
Coldplay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Their shows.
I had never seen so I like Coldplay a lot, but they're I wouldn't call them like a favorite band or anything. But I was going to go see this because of Jin.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be performing it, and it was probably the last time we'll see him live for a couple of years.
Right.
And they have such a cute relationship, Coldplay and Jin, but BTS. They did a song together a couple years ago. Called My Universe, and there's and it took place during the pandemic, but Chris Martin got special dispensation to go into Korea and be there when they did it together. He learned some Korean for the song.
That's dope.
He really just got along so well with the members and all the.
That just gives me anxiety, by the way, because just thinking about having to go do that, and you have to learn a whole nother language in the span of
they have translators and things like that,
but still,
he learned some too. And when we were watching the concert, it took place in Buenos Aires, and he spoke Spanish almost a lot, and you could tell he spent
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's so cool. But yeah, they have such a special relationship, and Jin especially, he pretended not to know the guitar, so he would teach him a couple chords.
That's adorable. That is so humbling.
In the video for The Astronaut, there's actually a guitar in it that Chris Martin gave him. Yeah, it's so cute. But anyway.
That relationship reminds me of Lizzo and Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? BTS and Coldplay.
They're just such a mutual admiration.
Yes.
And for the
or Rihanna and Katy Perry.
Yeah, and during the concert, but right before Jin came out, Chris Martin said, at first he heard BTS, he heard boy band, and he's but he goes, you have to kind of think outside the box. You have to realize that, your music isn't the only music,
right?
Right. And that there is, and he goes, we have such a special relationship now. And he's I learned more about them, and I realized how talented they are, and
And who's to say people don't consider Coldplay a boy band?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? There's some people might like BTS way more than Coldplay, but anyway. So, the song that I picked, to get back to it,
yes.
It was a cover of Fix You, so Coldplay's Fix You by BTS, and it was part of an MTV Unplugged that they did.
Which, side note, MTV Unplugged, shout out to MTV Unplugged. I heard that they were actually bringing it back, which would be dope.
Yeah.
This
was only a couple years ago. So, yeah.
Oh, so then maybe, yeah. Because
I think they do it kind of sporadically.
Not seasons like they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Because there were some pretty good Unplugged albums from the 90s. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, so to talk about the song itself, it's the fourth track and second single from Coldplay's third album, X and Y. It was written by Chris Martin for his then wife Gwyneth Paltrow to comfort her after her father passed away.
Wait, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris aren't together.
No, they divorced. She just got remarried to, yeah.
I'm late.
Yeah, no,
I'm
they
extra
got
late.
divorced quite a while ago.
Oh, I'm extra late!
So, Martin explained to USA Today, my father-in-law, Bruce Paltrow, bought this big keyboard just before he died. No one had ever plugged it in. I plugged it in and there was this incredible sound I'd never heard before. All these songs poured out from this one sound. Something has to inspire you and something else takes over. It's very cloudy. Yeah.
I love that.
Yep. And then, so I found a little thing where it says, Coldplay reacts to BTS's cover of Fix You.
Ooh!
The British band called the rendition beautiful. They said, so this was written 25th February 2021. So February 24th of 2021, the band shared the video of the MTV Unplugged performance on their social media pages, and they wrote beautiful, and they actually wrote it in Korean and Hangul, and signed off the post with love, CG, W, and J, who were the band members. But yeah, they, and I, like I said, I love like their relationship to each other is so cool.
It is, and I think that it's just, there's something that's very special when you have, and we had started talking about this, where you have just two really big bands in their own right come together with no ego. There's no like demand, like it's just pure music and pure love. And I definitely, these two groups have it within their groups. So to come together with it and to show that sort of respect amongst each other, one is very needed in this music industry right now. Okay, because a lot of people can learn from it. For those who are listening, I just kind of gave a side eye to the camera. I gave that black mama, look, okay? Shit. But more importantly, it's just for the love of the music. And it was such a powerful performance. I'm so glad you picked that because that was so dope.
Yeah, when I was watching the concert and Coldplay did their version, I was like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Right? It's just like, oh, it's almost like they're like, what? It's like when they go back and forth doing stuff with each other, or like other artists that do it too. I'm like, y'all are over here creating these little traditions that us fans are looking at. Like, we sit here like, wait a minute, like, are they about to, now, all right, BTS done cover them now, is Coldplay gonna cover them? Like, if Coldplay comes out doing Butter, I'ma fall out, okay? Like butter. I'm like, come on. Well, the Coldplay has a history of doing that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they did the Super Bowl halftime show with where they did Uptown Funk.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. So Coldplay, what you got?
That's right.
What you got? What you gonna do? What song you gonna do?
Dynamite. Yeah.
You gonna do some Serendipity?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chris Martin has got that falsetto.
I'm saying.
We're just saying.
Well, that was a great choice.
Thank you.
And, you know, since we talking about traditions and whatnot, why don't we go ahead and segue into the Say What section?
That's right.
So now that we're coming to the end of I like to say, the food holiday, we are transitioning into the family holiday season, whether it's, you know, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, anything, okay? What traditions are you looking forward to the most coming up with the kickoff to December?
So, my absolute favorite thing is when my grandparents passed away. I mean, you know, my grandmother passed away in 2008, and my grandpa wasn't too long after that. So every year they would travel. They would go somewhere different, and they always got a Christmas ornament everywhere they went.
I love that.
And so when they passed away, you know, we were kind of all figuring out who was going to kind of get what for furniture and things like that. So at the time, I was kind of, you know, moving around a lot still and things like that. So I didn't really have a place I could take furniture. And so I got their Christmas ornaments.
Shut up! I didn't know that! Oh, ew, that just gave me goosies!
And so every year I set up the Christmas tree. I always warn my roommates. I'm like, there's going to be Christmas music playing and stuff. And I set up the Christmas tree. I listen to some music, and yeah, I put the ornaments up.
That's so dope. Ew, she got me. She got me.
Yeah.
She's making me tear up. She got me. My eyes are getting watery. She got me.
I love it.
She got me.
Because they all are different. So they were missionaries in Panama, so they have some that were like made by the villagers and they like
Oh.
I know. And there's some that are from like the cathedral that they went to in what's the Portsmouth, not Portsmouth. Portland, Maine.
They got in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yeah. Portland, Maine. And yeah, just all different ones. You know, they went really everywhere. There's
That's
some from
special.
France and some from China and some from Portugal and some from
It's like those are like family heirlooms now.
and there's some that are funny, like, you know, a lobster for their from
Maine,
and, you know,
yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, so it's really
That's
cool.
dope.
And I have some, you know, that I bought since then too. But yeah, those are kind of like that's kind of my big thing. And I
Yeah.
love, of course, you know, baking cookies and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But for me personally, that's kind of my kickoff to Christmas, my kind of like time I can kind of take for myself and take some time and listen to some music that I love.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
I really do like the Messiah. And, I mean, I do some other Christmas stuff too, but
Yeah.
really, the Messiah. So my mom and I, whenever we used to travel anywhere around the holiday season, we usually listen to the Messiah too, which is so beautiful. And we sometimes go to a live concert of it too. It depends on what's what's
Are you one to go out to, you know how they have the pumpkin spectacular? What's the one, La Salette? Is that the one that's where they have all the lights?
Attleboro, but they do it at Roger Williams too, because we went last year. We went with my nephews, and they do Christmas lights, and it was really fun.
Because I know the Attleboro one, I think.
La Salette, yeah.
That's the La Salette. Because don't they have like a bridge and they have like a water or whatever?
Yep.
That.
Roger Williams is actually really cool too.
I want to check that because I've never been to the Roger Williams one.
And it's, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
on the road, so we should do it. We should do
We
it.
should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that. We'll do it, and then we'll do like a little special like.
That's right. No, it's fun because they play, you know, Christmas carols, and there aren't a lot of animals out because most of them are, you know, because it's at night, obviously, with the lights. But yeah, no, it's cute. They have tons of lights everywhere, and you just kind of get to walk around and, you know, grab a cup of hot chocolate.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I want to do that.
I know. I know.
Is it December? Yeah.
Close, so close.
Right, so close. That's so dope. I'm trying to sit here. So I know what kicks off my season for sure, like anybody else's. Now I have comedy to go with it because I just go and look at her damn feed on all her social media. But y'all know I live for Mariah Carey. And I laugh now because I know the holiday season's here because we kick it off the day after Thanksgiving.
Nice.
So Black Friday is legendary in my family, specifically because of my aunt. Shout out to Aunt Lynn. Hey. My aunt used to always get everybody together and they would plan their Black Friday shopping and whatnot. And my mom used to do that from time to time. And then it became a thing where me and my friends started going out. So we would get pajamas. And let me tell you something. Rhode Island is not like all these other places. Whenever I mention Black Friday to anybody, they're like, hell no. When I tell you can go to Walmart on Black Friday in Rhode Island and not sit there in line for more than 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
If that, you can go anywhere to Black Friday, anywhere in this state, and there's no fighting, there's no nothing I've ever experienced. All right, so
It's just too many people for me. It's just too.
that's the main thing. It comes down to it could be too many people for.
I will shop online all day, but it is not for me.
Right,
It is not for me.
right. So,
But I'm more proud to you for
no, right, no, I feel you. Trust me, I feel you. But yeah, so the day after Thanksgiving is when it kicks off. So, and like, I've always been that person where I want to put the Christmas tree up instantly. I want to leave it up as long as it can. But what I love most about the holidays, specifically or traditions, is that I love gift giving. Like, if you know me, like, that is my love language for sure. My love language is definitely, being with people and creating like an environment for people. Like, I love dinner parties. I love people coming over just to hang out, just so I can cook, just for what, like, just that compassion, taking care of people. Like, that's my love language, but I love gift giving.
Yeah.
And my friends get so mad because they're like, Chris, why'd you go all out and did that? I'm like, it's just, I love it. I do. Like,
when you find that perfect gift for somebody, there is no better feeling.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is or what it costs or whatever.
And I try not to.
It can also be like a $10 thing that you just find and you're like, oh, it's perfect.
Right. And I try not to do gift cards, even though they do come in handy for those people who really don't know what to get them. But I try to just get something that I feel like they would like. But gift giving is definitely my favorite tradition.
I love it too. I have a tough time waiting.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I be spoiling it. But bitch, you won't believe what I got you with.
Exactly.
And they'll be like, damn, I don't even want it now.
Like, I'm gonna give you many hints until you guess it anyway.
Until you guess it. So, but yeah, that's my favorite thing is just the kickoff. Like, you know, looking for Mariah Carey's videos, you'll always see her being like, not yet. And like the day after Thanksgiving, it's just kind of like, boom.
Bam.
And it's just like a huge thing. So Mariah Carey, her Christmas albums kick it off for me, and Christmas music in general.
Oh yeah,
and
the day after Thanksgiving, I definitely start Christmas music.
Oh yeah,
in the car.
Yeah, 105 if you're from here, like Rock 105.
Definitely while I'm working or whatever. So I do have one roommate who is not a Christmas fan.
Yeah.
So he thankfully puts up with my and his husband's love of Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but we, I don't put the tree up right after Thanksgiving.
We actually,
because I try not to be too extra about it, but it's tough. Let me tell you, whenever I finally get my own place, because I'm only 42, you know, still lots of growing up left to do.
Hey, listen.
Anyway,
listen, in this day and age,
who can do it? But there will be
like 8% mortgage rate.
It will be extra.
Listen, and it's funny because we just started putting a tree back up recently at my dad's house because I don't know if I really talked about it before, but my mom passed, and so Christmas and Thanksgiving was her shit. Okay? Specifically Christmas, like, forget about it. My mom goes all out, which is why I have those gift-giving tendencies. Like, that's her thing. My mom always bought extra gifts. We would go to our family get-togethers, and we would have just empty gifts, not wrapped, just in a bag. And my mom felt like somebody didn't have enough, she would just go and be like, oh, here. Like, you know what I mean? That's just who she was. And so after she passed in 2016, we just didn't.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know what I mean?
Tough,
and it was just
this time of the year.
Yeah, but now that my dad has grandkids now.
And they make all the difference. It makes it magic again.
Yeah.
Like, not that it ever isn't, but like, you know, there are a couple years where you're old enough and you're like, okay, it's getting a little, you know, now it's kind of more about like, you know. But then, when you get the kids in again, everything is just...
It's just so different.
I love it.
It's amazing and absolutely love it.
You get to believe in Santa a little bit again, you know?
Yeah. So I definitely I love it, and you know, now we get to, you know, we put the tree up now, and I think last year was the first year that we put the tree up in a while. Last year, the year before. But yeah, we're going all out. Grandkids are coming in this year, which it'll be their first Christmas with us. So
that's awesome.
It's even like, it's already like, we're already planning it. So
I love it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be super duper exciting. So let us know what your family traditions are to kick off the holiday season.
Yeah, what's your favorite things to do?
Yeah, and your favorite cover songs too.
Yeah, oh yes, definitely. Like, is there a Christmas cover song?
I was gonna say there are come on, how many covers? You know what I mean? So maybe, you know, put in the link below. You never know, we might use it in December. Let us know some of your favorite Christmas covers.
Yeah, maybe
you never know. Or you can, you know, go ahead and just join the Patreon. You could tell us what category we should
I know, yeah, there might be a
do.
couple holiday themes on those polls. You never know. You never know.
But we love you guys,
Yes,
and we
we
thank
love
you
you
for your
so
continued
much.
support.
Absolutely.
And we hope you had a great November.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. We
Yes.
cannot wait until Christmas.
I'm so excited. So get through the food coma and get ready to kick off the snow and the presents and the gifts and lots of mistletoe.
That's right.
Love you guys.
Bye.